Day 3, the old bricklayers arrived today.
Yeah, I'm here today to push the job along.
Short week for you money-wise then.
I'm not worried about the money anymore.
You'll still want paying all week though.
No, we'll come to some arrangement.
Right. I'm going to start on this. I was going to do the gable today, but in case it freezes tonight, I'm doing this. And I've got no green tape to cover the windows, so I'm going to go to Screwfix in the morning and get some green tape, frog tape, and then do that gable. It'll be nice and dry tomorrow anyway. What do you reckon? Or should we go to Screwfix now and get some tape and then...
I'm just having a pretend cup of tea. No, I'll do that tonight or do it on the way home.
Time we go to Screwfix and get back, it ain't worth it. So I'm just going to damp all this down with a water bottle and then start pointing this in. I'm going to leave the top course out of the perp so I can tack some hessian to it. So I can get this little square done today. And then tomorrow do that gable up there. And then we'll work on the front. Yeah?
Yeah. Hang on, just finish off my pretend tea. Right, as you can see, Ben's pointed top bits, only the top 3 or 4 course. It's not been brushed yet, but still a little bit wet. But the sun's come out and it's an absolutely beautiful morning now. He's pushing it well in, that's it. Should I go and get the pointing gun, Ben?
What?
Should I go and get the pointing gun?
Yeah, I can't hear you. I've got earphones in, haven't I?
Oh. That's it. Beds first, then perps. Just a slow, laborious job, this whole pointing. But there's great satisfaction when you've finished it and it looks like
I'm
a
going to
brick.
stop there because I want to water all that down, yeah?
Yeah. And this next bit I want a bit damping down. It's... Like I say, it's great satisfaction when you take the scaffold down, clean up, and it looks like a brand new wall. Take the down pipe off like I did yesterday when we come to point it. Makes it so much easier to point. As you can see, this has all been well raked out. All the perps have been topped and tailed. Gives you a much, much better finish. That time we had a cup of tea, Ben, isn't it?
What?
Oh, that time we had a cup of tea. It's cocking a deaf one when I mention tea.
Big old perps, aren't they?
Yeah, massive perps, but you know, you can't help it. It's quite a nice bit of flat brickwork, which don't half help when you brush it all off.
Could have got another brick in that flank.
Yeah.
At least another half.
Yeah, I should have reversed the bond, but there you go.
Oh, I've got 5 metres in, or just under 5 metres in, along to there. And I'm going to bring this section down to DPC, all the way along, and then I'll probably do that window reveal there. You're going to start?
I'm going to sweep up. Free of charge. I'm not going to charge anything you do. I know I'm pointing, raking out, sweeping up, you know what I mean? Keep going, Ben.
Huh?
Might be in for a bonus on this one. You know, this reminds me of, well, I suppose one of my, not my first repointing job, but like I say, the firm I work for used to do an awful lot of work on churches and stuff like that. Anyway, we went to the yard, got taken to a job. It was the Eton College in Windsor, and to get there, we met the man in charge. He was a building bursar. Eton College had like a building bursar, a laundry bursar, and they was in charge of that particular section. Anyway, he took us to the massive dining room, And he said, right, he said, you've got to rake out and repoint the inside of the stacks. And they were massive. But the throat didn't sit on until about waist high. So it was, well, that's how it's all lit up for us. You can see. And anyway, get in there. We raked out about 3 or 4 courses. And we got some irons. Nice and neatly done it. Make sure, you know, we'll damp down the lot. Any soot we had to get rid of with a bit of sandpaper, because otherwise the muck won't stick. Anyway, so I've gone out and I've collared him and said, look, would you mind having a look at what we've done? Anyway, so he said, I'll be 10 minutes or so. Anyway, he's turned up and he's gone in there. He said, right, he said, well, you made a really nice job of that, he said, but he said, it's not to be ironed up. It's got to be cut and struck. I said, oh, so I'll be able to rake it all out. And obviously, cut and struck takes a long time. So we've done 6 course again. And called him in again. He said, well, he said, if you could just get it a little bit better. He said, some of those lines are a bit not quite right. Anyway, so we raked it all out, done it again. He come back in and he said, yeah, that's it. Keep it like that. He said, and I'll be well pleased. He said, the building inspector, or whatever, the chap from the Heritage, then he came down and he looked at it, he said, yeah, I love the job, he said. And that was it really. I think it took us, because these stacks are massive, I think it took about 6 weeks to complete it. Of course, trying to keep the same quality all the time, it was difficult. Anyway, we got it all done, and I said to my mate, I think it was a Friday, we finished about 11 o'clock. Anyway, the foreman turned up. I think he was Trevor Davis, lovely man. Bricklayer foreman, but he was in charge of certain sections, all that type of work. He made a great job of that. He just says, go on, he says, I'll book you in for the rest of the day. I said, that's handy. Anyway, just about, oh no, we had to borrow the money off him to get a bus home. Anyway, just about to walk off site, he said, I've got some great news for you. I said, what's that? He said, everybody's ever so pleased with that work. He said, but I've got some even better news for you. I said, what's that, Mr. Davis? He said, there's 4 more to do. He said, then you and your mate Phil have got to do them. So we was there for ages. But we ended up doing work on the outside brickwork as well, on the main wall. And that's what you call a monumental pointing. And that again was with the Heritage. So they came out and had a look. That was all raked out to about 25mm, sharp sand, washed sharp sand, lime, filled it in, and you sort of like rubbed it with a cloth. And it looked nice. It was there for ages. But it was, you know, you don't often get the chance to do them type of jobs, but we spent quite a lot of time at Eton College. And it was good. Needed the experience. Right, and that's us done for the day now. Everything's been hessianed up. It's been soaked, well not soaked, but fine mist on it. Right the way along. All covered up. Then just clearing up now, so...
This is your job, the brooming.
Yeah, well, I've done enough brooming for today.
I'm a tradesman, I should be on a broom.
Well, I agree with that statement. It's all covered up, clipped together.
Yeah, that is it for today. It's, I think I've got about 10 or 11 square metres done, so I'm down to the DPC all the way along. All that's finished, all behind the pipes done. The whole section is done. God, this sunlight's terrible. Tomorrow I'm going up on the gable. I forgot my frog tape today, so I couldn't be bothered to go screw fix. No, that's what I like to see, look. That's what I like to see. Oh, looks could kill. I'll be dead. Right, that's the end of the video. We'll be back tomorrow with another one, hopefully. Today I've had 4 phone calls for work, 3 from previous customers. One is a wall, one is a pathway, and another one is a wall repair. So them jobs we'll probably get. And one of my calls from where I advertise. So I've got about a month's work, maybe more. So it's starting to look really good. Starting to look busy. what I might have to do is sack the old bricklayer and get Tricky Bricky in. That's what I'm considering. But at the minute,
Tell you what,
I'm a bit stuck. He's in Canada at the moment, isn't he?
when I said the other day I was thinking about retiring, the amount of phone calls I've got. I tell you what, I've covered one wall of the bungalow. Every time I put the phone down, off it goes again.
I might have to.
And everyone has said me apart from one, and I would say to them, all these people and builders, I'd say, what about wages? And they say, don't worry about that. Whatever you want, we'll pay. We'll pay you for quality.
I'm going to message Tricky and tell him I'll pay for him to get a flight back and put him in a 5-star hotel. I can afford it with the amount I pay you, can I?
Well,
Right, that's the end of the video, and we'll be back tomorrow.